We are finally here to the Super Bowl, the ultimate showdown game. And boy, not a bad Sunday of football, man. It's been probably the best 2 weeks of football we've seen almost ever, man. What an amazing set of games. LA Rams on the road in LA against the home team Bengals here for the Super Bowl. The fucking Bengals. I mean, come on. Isn't that crazy?
I don't know what else there is to say, man. I think the Bengals, we were talking about it with the 49ers. The 49ers getting right at the getting hot at the right time. I guess the Bengals have been the ones doing it. And people wanna talk about how Mahomes may have busted or it was a collapse on the Chiefs' part, but I don't know that the Bengals gave up a sack. Or it was only like 2 sacks or something along those lines. They played well. They got takeaways when they needed to. And they made plays when they were supposed to. Like they weren't perfect out there, but they did what they need to. I'm excited for this, man. Not much of a Rams fan, but I guess the Stafford part of it kind of helps soften the blow a little bit. But I'm all in on the Bengals here. I hope they really I hope they're able to just beat the shit out of LA, to be honest with you.
I know, man. I'm about to be the hugest Bengals fan ever. Look, Joey B and the Bengals, they're overachieving. You have to admit that. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but can that last for you got 2 weeks until this game? And by the way, we're just doing a first look here, guys. This is not going to be a full version of our typical showdown show. We just want to kind of feel out the salaries, do some builds here, and then move on. We're going to be coming at you with some NBA stuff this week. Ellie has been absolutely crushing it. I'm pretty sure I'm about to get a first place in NBA. Ellie helped me out today. So stay tuned for that. And I don't think we're doing any Pro Bowl stuff, right? I mean, does anybody play Pro Bowl Showdown? I don't know. We'll see. No. If you want to see some Pro Bowl Showdown content, comment a lot down in the comments. And maybe we'll do it. But let's just get right into this, man. This should be a relatively short show. We're starting out. The Bengals are 4.5-point underdogs against the LA Rams. The total is 48.5 points.
The Bengals are 6-0 when they open as 3.5-point underdogs.
Well, there you go. Well, put the house on the Bengals then, man. Look, I really want the Bengals to win this. It would be nice for Matt Stafford, but I'm sorry, man. I can't do the LA Rams thing. I just can't do it. I know our boy, Danger Nation, is a big Rams fan, and if they did win, I would be happy for him. But man, we gotta do some friendly, betting here, because I would love to see the Bengals win here. That'd be great.
And if you're interested, Tuesday night, I'm going to be recording a rant in our podcast here, because that Niners loss is 100% on Kyle Shanahan. They can blame it on Tart all they want on the dropped interception, but Jalen Ramsey dropped one too. At the end of the day, you had the ball back with 8 minutes against a team that had no timeouts in a tie game, and you ran 3 straight pass plays. I don't know what to tell you.
Join us tomorrow night live, 9:30 Eastern, with Danger Nation, Rams fan. We're going to talk this out. It's going to be pretty fun. Let's get right into this. So we're just going to kind of go down the list here and talk about some of these prices here. We got Cooper Kupp, 11.6K. So he's down about $600 from last week. This is going to be tough, man. Everybody's kind of bunched together. Matt Stafford, 10.8K. Joe Burrow, 10.6. Jamar Chase, 10.4. You got 4 dudes that you want in every lineup, and you're sure as hell not going to be able to do that. And we don't really have much value here either. That's the problem. Joe Mixon, 9,600. Odell Beckham Jr., 8,400. By the way, Odell Beckham, consoling Debo on the 49ers bench was pretty awesome, man. Debo played his heart out. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
You're talking about a top 3 fantasy pick next year, though, and for season long in best ball, that's for damn sure when it comes to Debo. T. Higgins is right around the same price, 7,600. A lot of these guys are around the same price as last week. Cam Akers, 6,400. He's priced down a little bit. And if you saw our show for the 49ers the 49ers Rams game, we kind of talked about how Cam Akers, everyone thinks he looks great, he's doing good, blah blah blah, but he hasn't done anything yet. He's put up 10 fantasy points in some of these games. So at 6.4K, can he break out? I don't know. I'm more likely once again to kind of fade him, but we'll see. Check back with me when we do the real show here in about a week and a half or whatever it is. Tyler Boyd, 5,400. He's up like what, $600? He was at 4,800. Looked great in the first drive. What did he have, like 3 receptions or something on that first drive? Yeah. And they fucking forgot about him after that. Sony Michel, who actually I think ended up getting the lion's share of carries in that game, right? He was. I know that Cam Akers was injured, right? He had a little shoulder injury, right?
Yeah, he went out for a little bit, and then Sonny Michel started to get some run. And then it looked like they were kind of staggering him a little bit. Either way, neither one of them looked particularly effective on Sunday. And again, Akers does have he does look more explosive, but I don't know that he's been putting out the volume or the points, the production that we really want to see. 6,400 isn't a terrible price tag, but I think there's other guys that are priced around 4,200 that'll get you similar point production. So I don't think either guys are really going to be very interesting for me on Super Bowl Sunday.
Van Jefferson, 5,200, by the way. So what jumps out to you here, man? Let's just talk about this top tier of guys. Like, what the hell are we going to do here, man? Like, there's zero chance of being able to fit in all 4 of the guys we want to fit in. So, I mean, do we fade Stafford? We're not fading fucking Cooper Kupp. I've learned my lesson. And right. In fact, fading him at captain is suicide almost too.
Yeah, so I'm with you. I think Cooper Kupp, like, you're gonna have to have your healthy balance of captain lineups. But I don't know that you're going to be able to fade him at all on the flex. I think once again we're looking at that quarterback position. Are we going to fade Stafford or are we going to fade Burrow? And I'm of the mind to probably lean a little bit more towards playing as much Burrow as I possibly can, right? But don't get me wrong, Stafford's been waiting, 20 years, 30 years to get here. He's never had an opportunity to even win a playoff game, and here he is. So I wouldn't be surprised if he balls out. I really think that we're going to need to kind of prioritize onslaught builds. It really go 4-2-5-1 type stuff where you got Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee, or whichever quarterback or tight end plays, and you kind of run it back with some spot pieces here or there. And again, that's not different than much what I've been running most of the season, but just the way that this pricing has worked out, I think you're going to really have to look at building those onslaughts and just fading some of these high price players.
And when we get into our builds here, like we actually saw for the late showdown, Rams and 49ers, we saw JaMychal Hasty in a lot of winning lineups with like 1.6 fantasy points or something. And this is what we keep talking about. A guy he was $600, I think. A guy that's $600, sometimes you just don't need a lot out of them. So we don't really have those options though in this particular matchup, unfortunately. So talk to me about this other tier here. You got Mixon, Odell, T. Higgins, Cam Akers, Tyler Boyd, Sony Michel. This is our sort of our middle to high end tier here, and then we'll kind of get into value. But what jumps out to you here? Are we liking Tyler Boyd still? Any chance that Van Jefferson does anything in this game, considering Odell Beckham is now a solid number 2?
Yeah, so Odell Beckham, I think he's kind of in between both these prices, and T. Higgins as well. He's kind of in between these two tiers, but Odell Beckham, I think he makes for a nice captain play here at this pricing, and we see that he's getting the volume, he's getting the touchdowns. He had 100 and a TD on Sunday, and he's kind of been doing that throughout the playoffs here. So I think that he's in a good spot, and to be honest with you, I just. Eli Apple's going to get burned by one of these guys. It's either going to be Cup or Peckham. He's played okay on Sunday, but he's kind of in over his head. I expect Odell Beckham to do decently in that spot. T. Higgins, of course, I think that this offense is explosive. I think if you're going to fade Jamar Chase, you absolutely are required to play T. Higgins.
100%.
And honestly, T. Higgins at 7,600 isn't, again, a terrible captain play, and fading Jamar Chase in the spot. You can go T, Burrow, and Cup, and then kind of fill in from there, and it'd probably be a pretty nice build. Cam Akers not too interested in, so just kind of gloss past him.
And of course, they'll probably have 30 fantasy points in this game.
Right. But Tyler Boyd and Van Jefferson, these are both really interesting plays to me. I think that Tyler Boyd's going to come in probably twice the ownership of Van Jefferson, especially after kind of the bust that we saw with Van Jefferson on Sunday. But he wasn't 100%. But we need pricing here. Unless Uzoma is healthy or Higbee is healthy, I'm not sure I'm comfortable paying like 4,400 for Blanton. I may be more comfortable coming up here and or 4,600 for Blanton. I may rather go down to the kicker or go right back up into this Van Jefferson range.
Yeah, and by the way, Tyler Higbee is questionable, I believe, and unbelievably, CJ Uzoma, 4,400. He is actually questionable. He was doubtful, and then he was upgraded to questionable. I thought this dude was done for another year.
Yeah,
the way it looked, but you could tell that when he came back onto the field, he was on the sidelines. He was on crutches or whatever, but he wasn't like super pissed. And usually a guy like that who's done for multiple months or like a major injury might not be coming out back on the field because they're just dealing with a lot of shit. But apparently it's a sprain, which is insane. So Uzoma at 4,400, man, if he plays and he's actually active, oh man, I'm going to be super interested in that. Kendall Blanton looked good, man.
Yeah.
Not bad. 4,600. I was complaining about him being 1,000. Now Tyler Higbee went out with an injury, and so that's why he got all the run he got. But he looked pretty good. If Tyler Higbee plays, I'm not touching Kendall Blanton, obviously, but I don't know that Higbee does play. So we've got two tight ends that are injured, and both of their backups are priced close to them. So obviously we need to wait until the day of to figure out what's going on, to see if they're active, see how healthy they are. So how are we handling these guys? I know you kind of mentioned them, but are you interested in the backups if the starters are out?
I mean, initially, yeah, I kind of have to be. They're going to get a majority of the snaps, and I'm not sure that these teams really have the depth to not get both these guys involved. And then if we just use the Rams as a small sample size on Sunday, they had no problem getting Blanton the ball, and Blanton was not looking terrible out there. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to end up with the same amount of exposure that I would to like Tyler Higbee. Higbee's starter for a reason. But I think you're comfortable. You're going to be okay taking a few stabs here, but for the most part, you might want to kind of just like even it out with Evan McPherson, Matt Gay, or bumping up to some of the higher price guys.
So McPherson's 4K, clutch ass rookie kicker. You got to believe that this guy's peaked in his rookie year. Like, if he wins the Super Bowl, I mean, even if he doesn't, you got to think that this guy, unless he's the next Adam Vinatieri, he's not going to have a better ending to a season than he has this year. Because man, what are we calling him? Shooter McPherson. It's crazy. 4K for him. Matt Gay's 3,800. That's a nice spot for your kickers to be at. Under 4K or under is nice because you can kind of fit him into that last spot. So Rams defense 3,400, Bengals defense 3,200. Now Samaje Perine had a nice touchdown. You take that touchdown away, he's a bust. Now I know he did score. He did well, and I had a decent amount. I think I had like 6-7% or something like that of him. But he's very touchdown dependent, and he's big play dependent. He's not going to get the run that Mixon does. Even in a game like where they're not really running the ball successfully. P. Ryan at 2,400, I'm interested in, but I think he's slightly overrated. I got like Trent Taylor. This is similar to Blanton, Trent Taylor's not going to see the field. He's a special teams guy. Yeah, he got a 2-point conversion in that game. He's 1K. He should be $200. I'm not interested in him at all because he's not going to see the field. Besides, he got a lucky play that they probably practiced with him. You're not going to see him much. Skowronek, Evans, Powell, Mike Thomas. Are you interested? Can we even play a single one of these guys on the bottom end, starting with P. Ryan down?
Yeah, I think you can. I don't think you're too well off or you're too poor off rotating some of these guys in. You got to remember some of these conscious sizes on Super Bowl Sunday are just absolutely massive. There's going to be all kinds of chalk being played. So if you want to be able to get unique at all, and one of these dudes does happen to do something, that's how you would do it. Now I'm not saying play more than, if you're running 150 max, maybe allocate 10 to 12% of those lineups total to these random ass dudes. But I actually don't mind punting with Mike Thomas again at $200. There's a lot of high priced dudes on this slate, and if the guy gets one catch, I mean, even if it's a one catch for 7 yards, right? We saw it with the backup running back. You were talking about him earlier from San Francisco. So that's the kind of thing that you might need to be able to play Jamar Chase and Cooper Kupp and both quarterbacks. I'm not completely writing them off, but again, we're going to need to pay close attention to kind of who's going to be healthy, who's going to be active, and who's going to be ready to go on that Sunday.
Yeah, I don't like any of these guys. I mean, maybe a one stab at Mike Thomas. We saw him actually get in the first quarter. Ben Skowronek, you see him occasionally, but he's just like Samaje Perine, except for not nearly as much volume. When it comes to, he's got to make he's got like 1 or 2 opportunities in the game to like do anything. So I just don't love him. All right, well, let's actually like build some lineups together here. Just kind of feel this out. So let me switch over here. So when I click optimize, we've got Cam Akers at captain again. Higbee, Boyd, Higgins, Burrow, and Kupp. Don't even know if Higbee's going to play. I don't know. What do you think about this lineup here as an opto?
Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. If you really, I mean, I'll admit that I think that this site has Cam Akers projected particularly high. If you think that he's going to be close to that 15-point range, I don't think this is a terrible lineup. I don't think he will be. I think he's going to be closer to 10. So, hey, how about, you mind doing that real quick? Can you adjust him down like to 8 points? Yeah. And then optimize, see what it does.
Bro, he's projected like in the 16 range right now. Why? I said this before. Why? Like, why is he projected that high?
Yeah, I don't agree.
Let me put him at 10 points.
Okay.
So I'll just be conservative with it. Let's hit opto. Kupp, no surprise at captain. Matt Gay, Higbee. Higbee is looking nice at that price tag if he plays.
You see how he's even dumped off at 6,400 and 10 points. So the opto doesn't even like him if we adjust his projection to 10 points. This is a cash lineup that I would run.
Yeah, not bad. So who do you want to build with now?
Let's leave Kupp in a captain, and let's see how difficult it is to build the lineup we truly like.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Let's put Kupp in. Let's lock him into captain. Let's erase everyone else. So we're going to have to make a decision here. Which lineups do we want both quarterbacks in? Because if you don't, you're going to have to completely fade a guy like Chase, Mixon, Beckham, guys you want to have in. So what do we do here? Are you you want to double up? Let's just see if it's even possible to put Kupp at captain and double up with these quarterbacks. I don't think it will be. You can't do Chase. You can't do. I mean, we're gonna have to do like 3 dudes. We're gonna have to do like a couple of like 4,800 guys and punt.
What if we throw in? Yeah, I guess I mean, at this point, like, we pretty much got to do Samaje Perine and then go to Matt Gay and see what we have there.
And 5K, which gets us, Higbee, Sony Michel, Blanton, Uzoma, if he plays. It's just like, it's not very comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable if I'm playing Pirine. So how about this? What if we come off of let's keep Stafford. Let's come off of Burrow and kind of see what we can build from there. I guess we got to go Cincinnati now, right?
I mean, you got to either, if you're fading Burrow, you got to go at least Chase or Mixon.
Let's go Mixon. I actually kind of like Higgins again.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like you said, if you don't have Jamar Chase in, you got to go Higgins or Boyd on the lower end. 4,600. So, we could do a kicker or fucking Pirine again.
All right, so let's kill Cup at captain. I don't know if that's gonna work, man.
I mean, this is just another week where I just don't want to do it. All right, so what if we even tried like Jamar Chase? Yeah, Jamar Chase. Let's try that. All right, so let's do both quarterbacks. Let's see if it's possible. We'll start with that. So we got to get Cup in the flex, which you can't do it. You can't do it. It's not possible. So that's the show.
All right, so from here, let's go. Jesus. Let's go Matt Gay.
All right, Matt Gay. And then two $4,200 guys or something in that range.
Go ahead and throw in Drew Sample.
If Uzoma's out.
Yeah.
That gives us Higbee or Michelle.
Yeah, damn, that sucks too.
I mean, look at this lineup. This is like this. I'm not very super comfortable with this because you got Matt Gay, you got Sample and Michelle, and you don't have Cooper Kupp.
All right, so let's do this. Let's get real crazy. Let's throw in Odell back up my captain.
All right, let's try it. Odell Beckham.
Okay, let's throw in Cooper Kupp.
All right, right off the bat. All right, Stafford or Burrow?
Burrow.
Okay.
Chase.
4,800.
Okay, instead of Chase, throw in Higgins. I just want to see what this does.
7,600.
Let's go. Oh, shit. You still have to punt.
Like, big time. You can do a kicker. Let's just try a kicker.
I mean, yeah, you're going to, but you're still at 3,800. So you either get Evan McPherson and have to go to like Bengals D or Samaje Perine.
See, DraftKings, they know what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
Like, we can't get two, like, not that I would want two kickers, but you can't even get two kickers if you wanted to.
All right. Okay. Instead of Higgins, let's try one more thing. Let me see.
I mean, let's try Tyler Boyd here. See if it works out.
And then throw in Matt Gay.
6K. Van Jefferson, Sony Michel, Tyler Higbee.
So let's go Van Jefferson. Oh, no.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
No no Stafford. So
yeah, Sony can we Michel. Go? Yeah, either that or like CJ Uzoma, another pass catcher from Cincy.
What is that?
And if you want
4-2.
Yeah, and if you want, you can go from it's a 3-3. You can go from Gay to McPherson and make it a 4-2 or 2-4.
McPherson. Can we go up from Uzoma to anybody? 5,800. No.
It's Sony Michel. I mean, that's still not terrible.
Sony Michel.
Van Jefferson. Yeah, Tyler Boyd we already got.
I mean, not a single lineup we built has been like, man, this is like, I feel good about this. They really price things crazy. Go ahead.
Tyler Boyd captain.
All right, here we go again. I'm about to lose everything on Tyler Boyd here again. All
right, and then do Joe, Kupp, and we're going to have to go Higgins. We're not going to be able to do Chase if we're doing Kupp. I think that's what we're learning is you're going to have to do it's one of the quarterbacks and one of the receivers.
Well, look, we have Boyd, so do we have to go Mixon here? Like, when are we going to do Mixon? Is he just going to get forgotten about?
I'm fine with throwing Mixon in.
Let's just try it. He's at 9,600. He's up $600, which doesn't make any sense.
Well, okay, so hear me out. What if instead of if we're doing Tyler Boyd Mixon, what if we fade Burrow and we go Stafford? We go Stafford, Cup, I guess Van Jefferson, and then Higbee? No, that's
Can we
we're
do
gonna have to
that?
go to.
4,700.
So
Blanton,
then you got McPherson, the kickers, or Blanton.
if Blanton plays, or if Higbee plays, or Uzoma. I mean, it's not terrible. You have Boyd, Mixon, and Uzoma without their quarterback. That's not the end of the world.
But I mean, same thing here. You can swap Matt Stafford back for Burrow if you want to run Uzama in that lineup.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You're right. There's not a single like low end guy like below Drew Sample. No defenses, no kickers, and Drew Sample is still a punt in my opinion, even if Uzoma's out. So let's just say CJ Uzoma is the bottom floor at 4,400. I don't want anybody else. P. Ryan maybe, Skowronek maybe, and maybe Mike Thomas. It's tough, man. Is there another captain you want to build with here?
That's about as far as I'm comfortable with going.
Yeah, I'm too stressed. Like what 2 weeks before the Super Bowl to, like this is gonna be not super fun. This might
be tough building.
You know what this might be? This might be a 50% randomness. Get as many lineups as I possibly can and just call it a day. No, not even look at my lineups. Just all right, whatever. These contests are absolutely huge. So Ellie, tell me what your strategy is going to be here. Are you going into a 600,000 entry contest? It's not worth it. Just go to the fucking Circle K and get a lottery ticket, right?
Yeah, I'll probably be running mostly single entries, 3-entry max, and if I want to do 40, 50 lineups, then I'll probably just be reserving a bunch of those contests. It's not worth it for me. If you're gonna, I mean, I do the 20 max mostly. I don't do 150 max like the 20 max variants the best, and the contest pay out the nicest. So
yeah.
I don't want to tie with 200,000 other people.
I know.
For a prize, and they're going to be top heavy, especially on the 150 maxers, right? Because they're paying the millies to the first place, and it's like 10 grand to second or something along those lines. So
yeah.
Find smaller contests. Don't be afraid to play cash contests, head-to-heads, things along those lines. So last NFL Sunday, if you want to do something, throw in a random-ass bullet into the millie, but I wouldn't get too crazy in those big contests.
If a guy like Skowronek or Mike Thomas, or if we don't have a Bengals like interception for touchdown or something, I don't the millie maker first place is going to be split but with like 20,000 people. I don't know. I don't like the way they price this. They really didn't give us many options on the low end, and I usually love seeing a guy that I like at $1,000 that might not do anything but like still has a chance. There's not that guy for this game, which kind of sucks. All right, so I'm still giving away the Burrow and still giving away the Justin Herbert. We have I think we need like 2 subscribers or something. So as soon as we hit that, we'll do a show. I'll post something and give that away. Hey, Burrow card right now. I think that card during the season was going for like $5-6. Now it's like $50 or something. So not bad. Anything else, man?
No, man. I hope everybody enjoyed the NFL season. Get ready for some NBA content.
To qualify for that giveaway, just comment down below who your favorite captain choice is. Tell us some strategy that you're looking to do, and tell us maybe a low-end guy that you're curious about throwing in. And hey, man, this is going to be good. This is going to be fun. So subscribe, like. We're going to be doing NBA content, and we will see you guys when we see you.